Do women regret leaving men? Absolutely, they do. And the main reason is because prior to divorce, they anticipate that their life will get better afterwards.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we've got a video for you from Gentlemen's Club taking a look at women over 30 finally hitting the wall and realizing they should have kept the good men that they threw away. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments, and let's jump right into the video.
If I don't find a man by the time I'm 35, I'm straight up marrying for life insurance.
Nothing says wife material quite like openly planning to outlive a husband for the insurance check. Absolutely disgusting.
Okay, I am a 36, almost 37-year-old single female living in San Diego. And I was seeing a guy for over a month and could not get this guy to ask me out on a proper date. It was like pulling teeth. He wanted to stay at home, get takeout, just be on the couch, and I'm just curious if I'm the only one going through this. And at the end of it, I mean, we're no longer talking. There was about 11 days of radio silence to the point where you're questioning, like, is the guy dead? No, he found someone else. So yeah, I guess I'm just scratching my head for all the single females out there. Are the men just not putting in the effort anymore?
A whole month of pulling teeth to get one date, and she still calls that seeing a guy. That is the part that should be alarming. The 11 days of silence were not a mystery. The man simply found a better option and quietly took it.
I came to the conclusion that the reason why men don't want me is because I am simply funnier than them. They can't comprehend that a woman is beautiful and funny at the same time. Baby, it's me.
Imagine being rejected this many times and landing on "I'm just too funny" as the diagnosis. This is so damn delusional, man.
Whenever I start dating someone, I let them know, yo, I'm high maintenance and annoying. And then they laugh because obviously I'm so funny. And then sometime later, it's like, oh, this isn't going to work out because you're high maintenance and annoying. Yeah, I told you that. You thought I was fucking joking.
She literally tells them the warning label out loud and then acts betrayed when they read it. Turns out the men were not laughing because she was funny. They were laughing because they thought that she was kidding.
Okay, ladies, I hate to say it, but I have to say it because I am sick of this and I'm speaking to myself. Why do we never give the nice guy the chance? Like, why do we look at the nice guy like the ones who's just annoying and just thirsty and they're always available and not attractive to us? And meanwhile, we're complaining that we're getting dogged out, that we're dealing with manipulative, narcissistic men who can't treat a woman right. Not even men, little boys who don't know how to treat a woman right, who just fumble us all the time. Like, we complain that we get treated like that, but 9 times out of 10, we overlook the nice guy to deal with this man. Boy. Like, I don't get it. Why do we do that? In 2024, can we stop doing that? I'm speaking to myself too because I hate that I do this too. Like, can we give the nice guys a chance? Let's give the nice guys a chance. I want the nice guy. I want the guy that's texting me, "Good morning, beautiful. I hope you have an amazing day today because you're such a blessing and I'm grateful to know you." Like, I want that guy. I don't want the guy that's texting me, "Hey, what's up?" Can we stop doing that? This is not it. Like, in 2024, we're going for the nice guys.
It is almost progress that she can name the pattern out loud, but she still calls the nice guy annoying and thirsty in the same breath that she claims to want him. Wanting to be treated well while finding kindness unattractive is the entire problem.
Being friends with women in this generation is getting more and more impossible. I usually just stay at the house and read some books because women are really, really hard to be friends with right now. It's something about this generation specifically that makes them, like, actually so insufferable. Every woman is claiming that they hate all men, and I cannot get behind that train of thought. Like, how disrespectful to your father, your brothers, your future son, like your future husband. I will never in my life understand that train of thought because it's these same women that are going to wake up in their 30s, single and alone, and wondering what happened. Why am I alone right now? And it's like, well, if you hadn't spent your 20s saying awful things about men, maybe you could have settled down. But instead, you're going to sit there, 40 years old, listening to Taylor Swift with a bunch of cats around you. Can't we all just be nice to men for once? please?
He is not wrong that walking around announcing you hate half the population is a strange personality to build, and that is putting it lightly. The funniest part is these are the same women who will be shocked when nobody is left to disrespect.
A lot of women are asking, where are all the good men? Where are all the good men? Well, you're not sitting there asking what you've done to destroy the good in them. That maybe you've destroyed everything good in them because you've decided to weaponize their vulnerabilities. And now they don't want to do that anymore. They only want to show their fake strengths, and if they even have them. And if not, like you see them as weak. It's really a shame.
Finally, a take that points the question back at the people asking it. You cannot punish a man every time he opens up and then go searching for the open, soft-hearted man that you trained out of existence.
You know what's embarrassing? Begging him to act right when there are other men in your life begging for a chance.
Chasing the one man who ignores you while ignoring the 10 who would treat you well is the whole movie here. Like, this is exactly what women do all of the damn time.
I feel like where a lot of women go wrong in relationships is they feel entitled, right? A lot of men have to deal with this during dating because women expect men to literally read their minds. The thing is I feel like women need to stop comparing men to their ex or guys that they meet. Doesn't matter if he's more muscular, more tall, whatever, like those. It's just looks, or your ex set the bar so high that whatever it is, whatever the fuck it is. Instead of comparing your current partner to other people, start focusing on whether they're a good person and start focusing on their actions. A lot of the times, women will realize that they messed up comparing their man to other people because they thought those other people were better simply because they weren't dating them, so they didn't get to see a bad side of them. One-on-one coaching will be in my bio.
A rare clip here where a woman aims the criticism inward instead of at the nearest man. Comparing every significant other to a highlight reel of an ex that you no longer date or never dated in the first place is a guaranteed way to be disappointed forever.
So my friend and I recently had a conversation about having had a hoe phase, and we both agreed that it really changed our perspective on dating in a positive way. It made us realize that all we ever wanted was a loving, healthy, and happy relationship. Like, we do not want to have multiple fleeting connections with people that we barely know, because when you are in a hoe phase, you go out with people, and then after every date, you just feel even more empty or exhausted than before because you're not really connecting. Like, you would be physically next to the person, but emotionally you're not even on the same bandwidth, and it could be very draining. And the reason why people fall into this hoe phase pattern is because first, usually they just move to a new city or like new country or even like a new state. And then second is if they just got out of a long-term relationship. Because of those two scenarios, you don't really know how to cope with being single. And so you want to explore new connections. You want to just go out and have fun, but you also don't know what you really want, and you just go with the flow. But at the end of the hoe phase, you just feel completely exhausted and drained. This video is not to say that you have to have one, but if you went through one, you know that you would never ever go back to that black and like depressing hole of just trying to meet people to feel less lonely, but you ended up feeling lonelier. It's even lonelier to be in a hoe phase compared to being just single.
It is wild that it supposedly takes years for people to discover emptiness and then, say that they wanted love the entire time. Like, notice how this is normal for women, by the way, and then they expect dudes to marry them after the fact, after they've gone out and hooked up with a whole bunch of guys. Absolutely not, man.
How have people still not realize that feminism is a sham? It's a scam. I'm telling you, it is a robbery. It's robbery of womanhood. Because my thing is, like, everything they push for is opposite of what actually truly makes women happy and fulfilled. And I'm just like, how are people not seeing that? It's sad because people don't realize it until later on in their 40s, 50s, when they're single, they have no children, no family, and they were taught and pushed that in their 20s, they should be going out, they should be meeting as many partners as they can, experiencing life, enjoying and doing all of that. But then it's like, it becomes harder to have children. It becomes harder to settle down and get married. I'm not saying that it's impossible and no one can't, but it's true, like in your 20s, it's easier to meet somebody and start settling down and getting married. Like as you get older, those things get harder. But it's like we're pushed to pursue career and selfish desires in our 20s. And then as we get older and mature, it's like that's when we should start thinking about that.
She is describing a sales pitch where the bill does not arrive until 20 years later, and by then the refund window is completely closed. Telling a generation to delay everything that brings lasting happiness was always going to age badly.
Why am I still meeting men in their 30s, pushing 40, and they're like, I'm not ready to have a girlfriend yet. I'm not ready for a surgery. What are you waiting for? Your girlfriend to be born?
I'm going to keep this very blunt and very clear, okay? These dudes are not, holding out for a girlfriend. They just don't want to date you, man. It's as simple as that. These guys are being polite. They just don't want to deal with you, and they don't want you to be their girlfriend.
Men these days, they don't have the patience to deal with our emotions and the nonsense that we come with. So if your man is doing all of that, you have to appreciate it, because a lot of women don't see that until it's gone. Because a man like that, he's not loud and he's not performative. And a man like that deserves peace. He deserves to feel appreciated. He deserves to feel like what he does actually matters. Not pressure, not constant tension, but a space where he can feel at ease and exhale. Because once a man like that, the man who's doing everything, the man who is giving you his best, once that man feels unappreciated, he's not going to go back and forth with you. He's going to adjust. And you will never get the same version of that man again. That's a good man, Savannah.
Whenever I see these videos, man, you would think it would be common sense to go after the good men who, quote unquote, do everything right. But many women actually turn this into a big issue where they just chase the bad boys and then they cry and complain about it. Obviously, wanting a steady man who gives to you would probably be the way to go, but apparently not for modern women.
You know what I've noticed? Women will leave a marriage because they are just unhappy. But men, they will stay through the years of attitude, rejection, and flat out disrespect, trying to hold on to the promise they made. And that's the difference. Women chase happiness, but men fight to keep commitment. And that might sting a little, but it's true. There is a big difference between being unhappy and being ungrateful. Unhappy can be worked on. It can be fixed with effort, communication, and humility. Ungrateful, that's when you stop seeing the good right in front of you. Sometimes
I totally agree with what this woman is saying, guys. Many women, believe it or not, will just leave on a random Thursday because they think they can take the guy for money or they have an upgrade waiting for them or something like that. Women will absolutely leave because they feel like it. A lot of the time, they don't have a sense of duty. They don't want to honor the marriage, and they just dip out when things get difficult, or they can take the guy's money or whatever the case may be.
it is not that your husband stopped trying. It's that you stopped noticing. You stopped thanking him. You stopped respecting him. You stopped showing him the love you expect back. And eventually, even the strongest man gets tired of being treated like he doesn't matter. Men do not usually give up fast. They give up quietly. And by the time they do, it's not because they stopped loving you. It's because they were done begging to be loved back. So before you say you are just unhappy, ask yourself, are you giving the same effort and respect you are asking for?
They give up quietly is the line that honestly makes sense in this video, right? By the time a man stops begging to be loved back, the conversation that she wants to have is already years too late.
You know, back when I was still having sex with men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks, you know the ones. I wish I could tell me then that I'd be married to like a whole ass pediatrician sitting outside in our backyard by the fire he built me, drinking an old fashioned, waiting for him to come downstairs to join me because he's putting our kids to bed. Marry the nerd.
It's funny how the nerd that everyone skipped in their 20s turns into the dream husband building the fire in their 30s. Absolutely disgusting. I think this is really insulting for men, by the way. Like, a lot of guys get completely ignored all throughout their younger life, and then when the women actually need something, all of a sudden he's the best thing to ever exist. It's so insulting.
Do women regret leaving men? Absolutely, they do. And the main reason is because prior to divorce, they anticipate that their life will get better afterwards. And also, some of them, that their husbands will get worse. And frequently, this isn't the case, particularly if it is the woman who has gone off and had an affair. Because frequently, the man she was relying on to fill the gap disappears because he wasn't looking to be in a long-term committed relationship. He was enjoying the fun of an affair. So, yes, those women can bitterly regret it. But other women who regret it are the ones who find life very, very hard financially. And also, if you are attractive, you will be ostracized by a lot of your friendship group, because you will be a threat to them and their relationships. Yes, women do regret getting divorced.
She lays out the after divorce math that nobody wants to hear before they file, particularly the women, because obviously women are the ones doing the filing. The fantasy version where life gets better and he gets worse almost actually never survives contact with, I don't know, reality.
Here are 3 reasons that I think hookup culture is a scam. When I was young, I went through it. I thought I freaking loved it. Now it has been 4 years since I've casually hooked up with someone. I never will again. Let's break it down. Number 1, it's fun, but it's fake. I did have fun. I did get excited until I didn't, because it wasn't a real connection. It was a connection for the moment, and then the next morning I felt worthless when they weren't responding to me. Number 2, I want to be loved. I used to think, no, I just want fun. But I actually had this mentor. I met her on a plane. She's a 55-year-old woman, and she would always tell me, Kaylee, you want to be loved. And I was like, no, I don't. I just want this. And then as I grew up, every single time I'd hook up with a guy, I would start to feel the slight emptiness it makes you feel. And I realized she was right. I want to be loved. And number 3,
now, I see these videos from time to time where women will say that hookup culture is a complete scam, and I agree with them, but the problem is twofold here. Number 1, they typically don't take their own advice, and number 2, other women will never actually listen to them. Women will continue to engage in this behavior and then cry and complain about it when they're 35.
The anxiety of connecting so intimately with someone and then not knowing if they'll give you surface level respect. That is the worst feeling when you give someone your intimacy, whether it's a kiss or whether it's all the way. If you're giving someone your intimacy as a woman and as a person, you want to feel their respect for you. When I look back at my younger self, or when I look at girls who currently do it, I don't judge them at all, but I do feel bad for them because I feel like they would be so much happier being fully loved. And I believe that that's what the younger me, the current me, and every girl deserves. And of course, if a girl wants to go and have fun, do it, girl. That's just the belief I've formed after my lived experience in and then out of the culture. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about my thoughts on hookup culture, and stay confident.
And it's crazy how she still has to say that she doesn't judge the girls still doing it, right? Because she knows how many women this is going to piss off while she makes this video. But let's be honest, she's correct, okay? Going out and hooking up with people is not going to bring you lasting happiness.
I hate to tell you ladies, but men are done with being nice guys. I love a nice guy, but you know the expression nice guys finish last? That is the truth nowadays. Nice guys do finish last, which is why most men are done with being a nice guy. And they are like, you know what? If the women are going to be toxic, I'm going to be toxic too. I can be just as horrible as you. And women, you're going to hate it. You might thrive on the drama now you're young, but as you get older and you want a nice guy, you want to settle down with a nice guy, you'll find there are no nice guys left. Or the very few nice guys that are left have been snapped up by the nice girls. And you, with all your love of drama and your toxicity and your fucking me, are going to end up alone being eaten by cats like Bridget Jones. That is what's going to happen. Well, obviously that wasn't the ending for Bridget Jones, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I think now is the time when women need to understand that nice guys are good and that you need to start dating the nice guys before they've all disappeared. So men, let me know in the comments, are you done with being a nice guy? Have you always been a nice guy, but now you're like, do you know what, I'm not doing it anymore? Or are you a nice guy through and through and you'll never change? I know there are a lot of nice guys still left out there, and I just feel like a lot of them just can't be bothered to be nice anymore, especially to the modern women. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'm off on a little mini break thing this weekend. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, it's a secret, but when I get back, I will share all the lovely footage with you. So have a great day.
A warning from a woman to other women is, even if it's good intentioned and it's actually correct, at the end of the day, most women are not going to listen to it. She's essentially describing musical chairs, and a lot of people are going to be standing when the music stops without a man.
Right, for all the ladies, can we just discuss hyperindependence, please? I don't even know where to start with this. All I know is that it's sitting there and I need to get it out. And if I need to get it out, other people probably can relate to this as well. So, from such a young age, I have always been really hyper independent, fiercely dependent on self. And I never ask anybody to do anything for me. Even when people try to do things for me, I'm like, no, because I don't want to put people out and I don't want to be a burden. I know this is a pure contradiction for what I'm about to say, right? And I guess to an extent I have had a very much a feministic mindset, like, if you can do that, I can do that as well. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a female or a male. I just feel like I believe I can do anything I want in life and nobody will stop me. So yeah, you could say that I'm actually quite feministic. I just want to make it clear that, see, girls that are like this, it's not a choice. We don't wake up one morning and decide, oh, I want to be so independent. It's forced on us. It's forced on us. And I am tired. I'm tired of it. Like, I could probably be like this for the next 40 years if I'm alive that long. And it's fine, because you just do what you need to do. You just, when you're in survival mode, you just need to get shit done. And if there's nobody there to do it for you, you just need to do it. However, I'm still allowed to say that I don't want to be like this. Obviously, I've been doing my renovation for...
You can hear her arguing with herself in real time, proud of the independence and exhausted by it at the same time, insisting that you never need anyone for years, and then wishing someone would help is a lonelier place than the captions let on.
For a couple of weeks now, and I'm just such a dafty that I decided to take on a full renovation. It's been carnage. I've ran out of money twice. I've literally just spent like my last £200 on bloody skirting and coving, and I'm just like, what is this life? What is this life? It's not for me. I think something as well that I've totally moaned about in this last 11 months or whatever it is, how people always say, oh, are you seeing someone, are you talking to someone, and blah blah blah, would you like to meet someone? And I'm always like, do you know what, no, I don't need a man. That's always my response. I don't need a man.
It's funny because when you listen in between the lines, guys, right, what the women are really complaining about is that, like, dudes are just not there paying their bills or helping them with their tasks and stuff like this. Like, they don't actually care about the man. They don't want to be a good wife or a good girlfriend or love and care about somebody else. It's essentially, hey, I'm running out of money and I need things to be done and I don't want to do them.
But can we just normalise maybe not needing a man, but actually wanting someone? Like, wanting someone to come into your life and just make everything a wee bit easier, and allowing you to kind of become the female and become like the soft girl that you're destined to be, because that's okay. Like, nobody needs someone, but it's okay to want someone. I mean, I'm saying this actually, however, what's ironic is the fact that the relationship that I was in for 11 years never enabled me to be the soft girl. It never made my life easier. If anything, it was always just a current struggle. It was just always a struggle. So maybe I'm after something that doesn't actually exist. Is there a man out there who is able to make your life easier and enable you to be a little softy? Anyway, so basically my point is, I think going forward, if anybody ever offers to help me with anything, I'm just going to be like, I know it's uncomfortable, but it's only going to be uncomfortable for the first so many times. If someone wants to offer me help with anything, I mean anything in life, in any area, I'm just going to be like, do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to try this and see what it's like to get help with something. Like, please, does anybody else relate to this? Because I am just I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And also, this isn't like a TikTok of me being a princess saying that I want someone to come into my life and just do absolutely everything for me. That would be very unnatural for me to allow anyway. I am just simply saying that I am tired of feeling in survival mode for so long. I'm tired. And this is actually just something that all the kind of independent girlies out there must feel, because in order to be fiercely independent, you must be in survival mode. And it's not all it's cracking out to be, let me tell you.
And so even at the end of all of this, right, she's still trying to hold on to the idea that she doesn't need a man, even though she clearly does, because she can't even look after herself. And this is the funny thing, right, is like women want to pull this, oh, I'm strong and independent, but at the same time, they want all of the benefits of being with the man. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.